Hello and welcome. Oh, I forgot to announce this quote actually, so I should have announced it. Okay, anyway, every day is holiday. It's Monday here in Singapore. It doesn't feel like Monday. Every day is holiday. It feels like Sunday, isn't it? Right? Okay, so these are my two kiddos. Hello, say hi. Hello world. Okay, I'm Suria here from Singapore, scoping and forgetting to update my followers on my scope today. Not a good thing to do. Okay, so anyway, why does it feel like a holiday? Because every day is a holiday. Now, the best thing is to live life without doing whatever that I want to do, like going out with my kids, without having to take leave from a boss. Okay, so I don't have to say, boss, can you please give me an off day today? Can you give me an off day today? So there is no boss. I'm the boss, so I call it the shots, and I decide when I want to go out. I decide when I want to have my leave. I decide when I don't want to work. I decide when I want to do whatever. Thank you for the heart. So if you want every day to be a holiday, you must be willing to work hard for the first 3 to 5 years of your life, so that you don't have to work for 30 years of your life. So if you intend to work 30 years of your life, then you get a job. There's nothing wrong with getting a job. Now, that's okay, because some people just like to have a job, and they like the security of a job, of that stable paycheck every month that comes. There's nothing wrong. We need workers in our life. We need people who work. So that is completely okay to get a job. So right now, I am in my going back to my office space. So I'm gonna have a meeting in a while, and this is how I plan my time. I decide what I want to do, and then I went out with my kids, and I'm back here, and then after that we'll be going out again. So it is about how you prioritize what you want in your life. Don't let any freaking person tell you what to do. Don't live your life on somebody else's dreams. Yes, just over broke. Thank you. So you don't have to live your life on somebody else's dream. Wait, let me just sit somewhere. All right. So you don't live your life on someone else's dream. Now, my dad has always wanted me to be a teacher. So I did that. I lived his dream, and I love being a teacher. So I did not regret that moment at all. So that was good and great for me. But after 5 years of teaching, I have enough of that. And I don't want to feel guilty for not living that dream anymore, his dream. It is now time to live my dream. And my dream was like being my own boss. And my top value in my life, my number one value in my life, is freedom over security. I'd rather not eat than have my freedom lost. Freedom to me is about being able to do whatever I want to do with whoever I want to do on whichever freaking day and however I wish to do. Okay, so that is freedom to me. I don't like asking permission. I'm a rebel at heart. I do things my way, and so it may not work for everyone, but being my own boss seems to be the best thing. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't told about this. I wasn't told that you can live life like that. I was told for 15 years of my life that the only way to live is to get a job. And that's the only way to live and to survive. And that is such a biggest lie of all lies. It's not true at all. And you know how I know that? I read this book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Thank you, Robert. That totally changed my life completely. So I believe that it is to our rights. Now I have nothing against people who love going to work, but I feel like we should be given a choice. And it is not fair not to tell us about the choices in our life. For 15 years, when I was a student, I was just told one thing, and that's one thing only, that you just live your life and then you get a job. And that's so not true. Nobody told me, not my teachers, not my parents, not anyone told me that I could do anything else besides working. So, and that's not fair, because that's not giving me a choice. So yeah, I love that, right? Think and Grow Rich. That's one of the books that changed my life. Just on that note, right, there's things that change our lives. There's 3 things that change our life. I've read that somewhere. Number 1, the books that we read. Number 2 is the people that we meet. And number 3, I'll figure that out. Okay, so but anyway, I feel like we should be given a choice from young. Like from the day we go to school, we should have been told that you could actually make a living by working for someone else, or you can make a living by actually being your own boss. And there is such a thing as being your own boss, and there's such a thing as not having to work for a boss, not having to work to make somebody else rich, and that you can make your life rich. And you know, if only somebody told me that, I would have chosen that right from day one. But nobody told me that, and no one is talking about it in school these days. Yeah, so it is not fair. It is not fair. And when I talk about this stuff, and some of my friends are completely like berserk, and they like so disagree with me. They say like, you know, Suria, you're crazy. How can you tell people who's working that they're doing something wrong? How can you say that working is not good? How can you say that that's a wrong way to live? I said, I'm not saying that's a wrong way to live. I'm just saying that we are all individuals, and we have our rights to decide how we want to live our life. So if you want to work, go ahead, work. Nobody is stopping you to work. I just feel like that's not my way to live, and I am just vocal about things, and I'm expressive. If you love working, go for it. I mean, we need people who work, you know. We need people who go and work. I mean, it's your life. If that's how you choose to live, fine, go on with it. It's okay. I was a worker before. I was working for the Ministry of Education in Singapore. I was a teacher, so I was working. And then we need teachers, we need people, we need bus drivers, we need waiters, waitresses. I was a waitress before. I worked everything. I was a security guard. I worked at McDonald's. I worked. What else was I doing? Let me see all the jobs that I did. I worked as a promoter at the shopping mall. What else did I do? I worked at 7-Eleven. I worked at the factory. I worked at, the childcare center. I worked everywhere as an employee, because I didn't know that you could do something else besides working. No one told me that. And I feel like it's not fair, because given a choice, people will then make the decision. You know, if they choose to work for security, there, go. That's the way. But if you choose to be your own boss, then we should have an elective in school called How to Be Your Own Boss. Don't you think? Or I think school is just another system within the system. You know, it's just a system that is just it's a system created just so that they can create more workers in the world, so that, you know, they are just like biased towards a certain group of people. And school is just that. It's just an established organization. It's just an established organization. And I think it's kind of screwed up as well, because if you go to school, you kind of like mess yourself and you mess your head as well, because you're born with such amazing talents and superb, amazing, innate, unlimited potential, and then you go to school and then you just messed up for your spelling, and then you are told you're stupid. You know, for the first time in your life, you're told you're stupid because you did not score, or you didn't know how to spell dessert versus desert, right? So, I mean, that's so wrong. There's something you shouldn't do to a kid, man. You are like destroying that child's life forever. Like, people go to school and they start feeling stupid instead of feeling smarter or whatever. They are just, label and stamp like on the forehead for something like a piece of paper. So yeah, and that is so wrong, because it is not true. You know, I was a school dropout, and I'm so proud to say it. And my kids are here. Hey kids, say hello everybody. And I'm not afraid to tell them that their mommy, was a school dropout. Okay, I was a school dropout. You know that, right? Yeah, okay, good. So Yeah, so they know that their mommy was a school dropout. I was a school dropout. I scored 0 for my A math. I scored 0 for my accounting because I just sat there and I just didn't want to do anything with the paper. I just looked at and stared blankly at the paper for half an hour, and I just wrote my name and I just submitted that to my teacher, and then I just walked out of the class. And of course, I got a good grade, 0 grade at the end of the year, and I was like, escorted out of the school with the red carpet, because I was too smart. Anyway, so my point is, I still turned out well, but it was not, it wasn't a smooth journey for me, because I had to learn the hard way that, number one, I have to tell myself I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid for failing. I just have different interests in life. I love literature and history, and I do not like A math, and I do not like accounting. So I just don't like it, and I don't want to justify why. I just don't like it. That's it, period. I have better things to do in my life. I can talk, I can speak, I can write. So if I don't know how to do math, that doesn't mean that I am a freaking failure in life. And that's what they say I was. And, I had to go through the hard way to finally figure out what is success. And I decided that success is what I deem success to be. It's not what society thinks success is. Success is a job that you have, that high pinnacle in that, high rise building, some professional, whatever. Eventually, I have my degree. I have my nutrition degree, and I did that because, that's what the freaking world wants me to give them, a degree. You can be a good nutritionist without having a degree. Believe me, you can just read all the nutrition books out there. You read all the magazines. You do your own research. You will be the best nutritionist out there. You don't need that freaking degree. No, you don't. In fact, I learned a lot more out of the university than I did in my university. But that's how the world works. They just want you to have that piece of paper. So the thing is that I feel like in school they should have this course, and it's elective, called How to Be Your Own Boss. Yes, Kimberly, degree does help with credibility, especially in the world where everyone looks at those kind of things. So I do that because that's perception. That's perception marketing, and in marketing, perception and what people think is very important, because otherwise they don't see you as anything. So that piece of paper, yes, but by your own self-definition and how you feel about yourself and how you really feel about yourself is not by that piece of paper. So I was talking about that one subject that a school should have is that they should have this subject called How to Be Your Own Boss. You know why? Because I have so many friends these days that have just lost their job. They lost their job, and they've been working so hard for like 5 years. Excuse me. Okay, so talking about sneezing. So I'm like sneezing away today, and I don't take drugs, sorry. And I just go on nutrition. And I drank a whole glass of like pure orange juice just now. And I had my, what was that called? Turmeric. Yeah, I had my turmeric, and then I had my whole lot of vitamin C. So yeah, no drugs for me. No drugs, okay? Not for my kids too. No drugs, yes? No. So no drugs, okay? So, yeah, where was I? So I was talking about my friends who lost their jobs, and then you know what? They've been working the bank. They earn like $5,000 a month, and then suddenly they lose their job. One of them has 10 children. 10 children, not 10 kittens, okay? Not 10 meow meow. 10 children, 10 kids in Singapore. I mean, it's very rare to hear that people have 10 children in Singapore. But yeah, she has 10 kids, and she lost a job, and she don't know what to do. She was lost, and she was using her savings until she had only $2.70 in her bank account. $2.70 in your bank account, and you have 10 children to feed. What are you going to feed them with $2.70? So yeah, I'm living in Singapore right now. So you can't feed them with anything with $2.70. And then she came to me, and she was panicking, and she was desperate, and she's like, what am I supposed to do? I said, that's exactly the whole point, isn't it? In school, you go to school for 15 years, and they don't even teach you what to do if you don't have a job. They teach you how to get a job, but they don't teach you what to do if you don't get a job. And that's 15 years of our life gone. So what did I do to help her? I asked her. First thing I said was like, I had to make her understand the concept of like not having a boss. So I said to her this. I said that you have been selling your time very well to the boss. So you've been selling your time. You sell your time, you sell your time, you sell your time, and at the end of the month, you get this salary for X amount of time that you paid for, that you serve the boss, and the boss pays you X amount of dollars for X amount of time that you spend or give to the boss. Now, she tried to send resumes after resumes after resumes, and no one wanted to hire her. So I had to wake her up, and I have to tell her that, look, no one wants your time anymore. Nobody even wants to buy your time. Even your time is no longer valuable, So you got to learn how to sell something else besides your time. You have to learn how to look at a boss differently. Your boss is no longer that one boss called that boss and you as an employee. You got to learn to be your own boss. And who is going to pay you right now are your clients. So you got to sell something. You got to sell a product. You got to sell a service instead of selling a time to boss. Okay. I don't give people money in that sense. If they are able-bodied, I don't give them money, but I will give them information. I'll give them knowledge. I'll teach them skills. I don't feed them with fish, but I teach them how to get the fish. So I'm going to share with you what I shared with this lady. From $2.70, she went to earn $17,000 in 2 months. Okay, so $17,000. From $2.70 in a bank account to $17,000 in 2 months. So what did I tell her? I said to her, no one is going to buy your time anymore. You've been sending resumes and no boss is going to want to hire you. So I asked her, so what is it that you can do that you can sell besides your time? And she looked at me like, bling, 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 bling. Like, what are you talking about, Suria? I'm like asking her, what else can you sell besides your time? Silence. What else can you sell besides your time? And she said, what do you mean? I said, something about you. What are you passionate about? What do you love to do? She said, I can cook. I said, good. Then sell that. Sell stuff to cook. Cook something at home and sell. And she said, sell to whom? I said, sell to people who don't like cooking. Duh. Then she said, like, Suria, you make it sound so easy. I said, it is. Don't make it complicated. You can cook. Cook something at home and sell to people who don't like to cook, like me. I don't like to cook. So you can sell to me. I will be your client. If you can cook and you sell what you can cook, I'll buy stuff from you and you send and you deliver it to my house. So eventually she became my chef. Okay, so I engaged her services for a few months where she cooked at home, and then I paid for her cooking. But I mean, that is besides the point. She doesn't make $17,000 just from me. So what I told her was like, you gotta sell something from home, and you gotta find customers, people who will buy the food that you cook at home or whatever that you bake or cook stuff at home. And then she said, where do I find the clients? I said, that's called marketing. Marketing is finding clients. Okay, who? Oh, William is here. Okay, right. Okay, Ken. Hi. Say, hang on. Hi, William. Hello, Ken. Hi. Come. Hi. I'm doing Periscope, so I just wrap it up. Just a moment. Have a seat. Asim, can you help me? Okay, I'm having a meeting right now, so I'll continue in a while. I was just talking about that, but I needed to cover the part where I talk about my knee. I said, can you show, okay, Mira, can you hold this? I want to show you how I healed my knee. Okay, so this is my knee. And yeah, I couldn't even bend my knee. Okay, I want to show you something now. This is really gross. Don't even imagine it. Okay, so I have never walked in a squatting toilet because it's always very painful to do that. But I can now squat. Look at this, squat, and then up again. Okay, so this is amazing. And this is like knee pain gone, completely gone. I wanted to show you how I did this, but I have an appointment right now, and I'm going to come back to you and show you how I got rid of my annoying knee pain. For like 3 to 5 months, I had this annoying pain, and it's gone in 5 minutes. I will do a scope in a while after my meeting to show you what I did exactly to remove my knee pain. So I could go to a squatting toilet right now without any issue. So yeah, from having no job to squatting toilets, I don't know how I got there, but anyway, I'll get back to you in the next scope. Okay, so I'll have my meeting right now and I'll come back to you. So stay tuned. Suria here. Connect with me on my Facebook. Is facebook.com/Suria, SURIA MOHD. It's in my Periscope. So see you. Bye.